ever wondered about the environmental impact of your dietary choices? Considered the idea that what's on your plate might be contributing to climate change? It's no secret that our diets have a significant impact on the world around us. And as we increasingly understand the gravity of climate change, many of us are starting to question the sustainability of our food choices. But how exactly does what we eat affect the environment? Let's start with meat. It's a staple in many diets worldwide, but it also comes with a hefty carbon footprint. From the land and water needed to raise livestock, to the methane emissions they produce, to the transportation and processing involved, meat production is a heavy hitter when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions. In fact, some studies suggest that the meat and dairy industry could be responsible for more than half of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. That's more than all cars, planes and ships combined. But what's the alternative? Enter veganism. A vegan diet forgoes all animal products, including meat, dairy and eggs. This plant-based lifestyle is not just about animal welfare, but also about sustainability. A vegan diet typically requires less land, water and energy than a meat-based one, and therefore has a lower carbon footprint. But wait, you might be thinking, what about protein? Isn't meat crucial for that? Well, the answer might surprise you. Protein is made up of building blocks called amino acids, and these can be found in a whole range of plant-based foods. From lentils and chickpeas to quinoa and tofu to nuts and seeds, there's no shortage of protein-rich options for those on a vegan diet. But the impact of veganism goes beyond individual health and well-being. It's also about collective action. Each person who chooses a plant-based diet is contributing to a larger movement towards more sustainable food systems. And that, in turn, can make a real difference in our fight against climate change. So, could switching to a plant-based diet help save our planet? Let's delve into the science behind veganism. Some believe that veganism could lead to protein deficiency, but that's a myth. Let's understand why. Proteins are the building blocks of life, essential for a host of bodily functions, from building tissues to making enzymes and hormones. But what are proteins made of? The answer is amino acids. These compounds combine in different ways to form proteins, and while our bodies can make some amino acids, 9 of them, known as essential amino acids, must be obtained from our diet. Now here's where the myth comes in. It's often thought that only animal-based foods contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them complete proteins. But in reality, all plant-based foods contain some amount of all essential amino acids, albeit in varying proportions. So can vegans get enough protein? Absolutely. They just need to eat a varied diet of whole plant-based foods. For instance, quinoa and soy are complete proteins, while other foods can be combined to provide all essential amino acids. Think rice and beans, hummus and pita, or peanut butter and whole grain bread. Beyond these, there's a rich array of plant-based protein sources: lentils, chickpeas and other legumes, nuts and seeds, whole grains like oats and brown rice, and even some vegetables like broccoli and spinach. But what about quantity? Well, the average adult needs around 50 grams of protein per day, and this can be easily met with a plant-based diet. A cup of cooked lentils, for example, provides about 18 grams of protein, while a cup of cooked quinoa provides around 8 grams. So the idea that vegans can't get enough protein, it's a complete myth. In fact, a well-planned vegan diet can not only meet your protein needs, but also provide a wider range of nutrients. As you can see, a well-planned vegan diet can provide all the essential amino acids you need. Now let's look at the benefits of veganism. Adopting a vegan lifestyle isn't just about personal health, it's about the health of our planet too. Let's talk about the environmental benefits first. Did you know that a plant-based diet can significantly lower carbon emissions? The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that the meat industry generates nearly 1/5 of the man-made greenhouse gas emissions that accelerate climate change worldwide. By switching to a vegan diet, you can reduce your carbon footprint by up to 50%. That's equivalent to driving about 7,000 fewer miles each year. Moreover, veganism promotes more sustainable use of resources. It takes a whopping 2,500 gallons of water to produce just 1 pound of beef. In contrast, it only takes about 250 gallons of water to grow a pound of lentils. That's 10 times less. In terms of land usage, the production of plant-based foods requires less land compared to animal farming. Livestock farming contributes to deforestation and habitat destruction, whereas growing crops for direct human consumption is more land efficient, helping to preserve biodiversity. But veganism isn't just eco-friendly, it's a boon for your health too. A well-planned vegan diet can provide all the nutrients your body needs, including protein. Yes, you heard it right. You don't need meat for protein. Foods like legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds are packed with all the essential amino acids you need to build strong muscles and maintain overall health. Moreover, research shows that vegans often have lower rates of heart disease, obesity, and certain types of cancer. This is largely due to a diet rich in fiber, antioxidants, and other plant compounds that offer protective effects against these diseases. So veganism isn't just a diet. It's a lifestyle choice that can bring about positive change, both for your body and the world around you. By choosing veganism, you're not only taking care of your health, but also contributing to the well-being of our planet. Every individual choice matters. So how can one person going vegan make a difference? Well, let's dive into the fascinating world of environmental science. You see, our diet choices have a much larger impact on the planet than we often realize. The production of meat and dairy products is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, which are driving climate change. Switching to a vegan diet can drastically reduce your carbon footprint, and here's why. When we think about the process of raising livestock for meat and dairy, we need to consider everything that goes into it. The feed for the animals, the water they drink, the land they occupy, the transportation of the products, and the waste they produce. All of these stages produce significant amounts of CO2. Now let's imagine if we were to replace meat and dairy with plant-based alternatives. Plants require less space, less water, and produce less waste compared to livestock. They also absorb CO2 as they grow, acting as natural air purifiers. It's a win-win situation for the environment and for us. But the benefits don't stop there. Adopting a vegan diet can also help preserve biodiversity by reducing the demand for land for animal agriculture. This means more space for wildlife, forests, and natural ecosystems to thrive. Of course, going vegan is not just about reducing emissions. It's about making a conscious choice to respect and protect our planet and its inhabitants. It's about understanding that our individual actions, no matter how small, can have a collective impact. It's important to remember that every journey starts with a single step, and every step counts. Each plate of vegetables, each glass of almond milk, and each bite of a plant-based burger is a step towards a more sustainable future. So the next time you're contemplating your dinner options, remember, your choices matter. They matter for your health, for the animals, and for our planet. Every bite you take as a vegan helps in the fight against climate change. But how can you start your vegan journey? Thinking of going vegan? It's easier than you might think. Transitioning to a vegan lifestyle need not be daunting. It's all about taking it one step at a time. Start by incorporating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes into your diet. These are the building blocks of a healthy vegan lifestyle. You're probably wondering about protein, right? Well, it's a common misconception that meat is our only source of protein. In reality, what our bodies need are amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. And guess what? All essential amino acids can be found in plant-based foods. Lentils, chickpeas, tofu, quinoa, and chia seeds are just a few examples of protein-packed vegan foods. But it's not just about protein. A balanced vegan diet can provide all the nutrients your body needs. Essential vitamins and minerals can be found in abundance in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Now, let's talk about variety. The vegan palate is not as limited as some might think. From mouth-watering mushroom burgers to creamy cashew cheese, and from hearty lentil stews to delicious desserts made with dates and coconut milk, vegan cuisine is diverse and delicious. There's a world of flavors waiting for you to explore. And remember, going vegan is not just about changing your diet, it's about joining a community. The vegan community is vibrant, diverse, and growing every day. It's a community that supports each other in their journey towards a healthier lifestyle and a more sustainable world. So why not give it a go? Whether it's trying out a new vegan recipe, swapping your usual snack for a plant-based alternative, or participating in a Meatless Monday, every small step counts. Your journey to veganism starts with a single step. Make the change and join the growing community of people who are making a difference, one meal at a time.